Okay, we are at Karanga Valley Camp. It's about 6:30 in the morning, just getting up. I see Killy behind me over here. And today we'll be heading up the ridge right behind me to the Barafu camp for lunch, and then on to Kosovo for the short night, and then we'll get up to go towards the summit. So we're at about 13,200 feet. So we're looking forward to a good day. Should be a good sunrise. It's actually coming up here shortly. Okay, we are just packing up camp here at the Karanga Valley camp. You can see beautiful Kaibo behind me, Mount Kilimanjaro. Our camp here, kind of getting things together, getting ready to head out. We're going to go from the Karanga Valley camp here at 13,200 feet up to the Barafu camp, which is the normal high camp for groups. We'll have lunch there. That's about 15,000 feet. And then after lunch, we'll continue on and go up to the Kosovo camp, which is about 900 feet higher, 15,900 feet. Puts us about an hour and a half closer to the summit and closer to the camp when we come off the summit to take our rest before we descend. So we're doing well. Everything's good. It's a beautiful day. We're just going to go slowly on up to Barafu and Kosovo and have a early night, and then we'll get up in the night and we'll head up towards the summit to Huru Peak. We'll go through the night, probably leave around midnight, hoping to summit tomorrow morning by about 7 a.m. and watch the sunrise come up over Kilimanjaro and make our way to Huru Peak. First thing in the morning, 19,341 feet, and then we will be heading down to the high camp for a short rest. After our rest, we will descend down to the Millennium Camp for our last night on the mountain. So things have gone well. 7 days on the Machame route. This is day number 5, our summit night late tonight. So this is a long push, long day, but should be good. We're looking forward to it. Okay, we're here at the Barafu camp, and we're going to take lunch here. It's not hard to see why we don't like to spend the night here. It's quite a crowded, tight place, and we take a lunch break here, give ourselves a solid hour, kind of regroup, acclimatize while we get a rest in, and then after lunch we've got all afternoon, so we just spend that next hour and a half making our way up the ridge over here to the top of the next little plateau, and that's the Kosovo camp. So we're about 900 feet higher, and it makes all the difference in the world for a more quiet night rest without so many people around, and also just a little closer to the summit for our summit push. So we'll have lunch, and then we'll head on up to the Kosovo camp and prepare for our summit push to Huru Peak here on Kilimanjaro.
Wakaribishwa Kilimanjaro, hakuna matata, hakuna matata.
Okay, so we just had lunch down at the Barafu camp. Down below there, the group's coming up. Set up the dining tent and had a nice break, and now we're making our way up the to Kosovo camp at 15,900 feet. So we get this steep pitch out of the way. Gives us about an hour and a half jump start on the summit night. Makes our group a lot more happy. Here they come here. Everybody's doing great. Beautiful views. And nice to leave the Barafu camp in the rear view and head up to Kosovo, where we'll be in a better position for our summit push. We do this every time on Kilimanjaro, and it helps our groups a lot. Huru, here we come. Boy, we're about 15,800 feet right now, so about 100 feet to go and we'll be in camp. The Kosovo camp is key to our success here on Kilimanjaro. You know, most of the groups stay down at the Barafu camp about an hour and a half lower, and it just is a little bit added distance, elevation, and a steep start out of the tent when you leave from there. So on worldwide trekking trips, we get the permits and bring our crew and groups up to Kosovo, about 16,000 feet. And that way when we start out in the evening,
we're a lower angle start so people can warm up, and we're closer to the summit and then closer back to camp when we come off from the top. So it's a good strategy. It seems to work for us. We've got high success ratio, and that's a big part of the reason. It's all about strategy, acclimatizing your group, feeding them well, having comfortable camps, you know, taking good breaks and making sure they hydrate, and then most importantly are enjoying the trip. You know, they gotta have fun out here. The whole process, you know, for us it's all about the journey and enjoying the whole journey from start to finish, you know. So that's what they're doing. Here come some of our porters up here bringing supplies to the camp, and our group is shortly behind. We're gonna have a rest up here, and we'll go through the day packs and repack for the summit push, let everybody have a little bit of a rest. And then after a rest, we'll probably wake up around 11:30 tonight, get going around midnight, and the plan is that we'll be able to push it through the night, slowly, steady, to Stella Point, where we'll stop for tea and some snacks, and then make our way up to Uhuru Peak, 19,341 feet, while we are watching the sunrise. Nice job, guys.
Yeah, that's man.
Thank you.
Good job.
All right.
Almost done.
We're almost there.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we are at the Kosovo camp. You can see, compared to the Barafu camp, way more quiet. You can see our route, you know, up here for tomorrow morning, and it should be a good night. Weather looks really nice, not that much wind. Look over here, you know, see Mount Moenzi, and our group's coming up right here. So they're making their way up to Kosovo, where we'll be way better positioned to make the climb up to Uhuru Peak. Tomorrow morning we should be out in Kilimanjaro with the sun shining in our face about 7 o'clock in the morning.